Have you ever had a guy chase you like you were the last slice of pizza on earth? And then, out of nowhere, poof, he vanishes like your socks after laundry day. Yeah, we've all seen that magic trick. One day it's good morning, beautiful. The next it's just, read. Let's talk about it. Why do men lose interest so damn fast? And more importantly, how do you flip the script and keep him intrigued, engaged, and genuinely invested without playing games or turning into someone you're not? Here's the deal. Men aren't complicated creatures. I know, shocking, right? But here's what is complex. The way most people approach connection. In the beginning, there's this dopamine high, that honeymoon adrenaline where everything feels fresh, mysterious, and sexy. But the truth? Interest fades when substance is missing. If he chased you because you were a fantasy, he'll vanish the moment he meets your reality, unless your reality is just as captivating. And no, this is not about looking perfect 24/7 or texting him back with military precision. It's about creating an emotional rhythm that doesn't just pull him in, but keeps him dancing. Think of it like music. If the beat drops too early, the song falls flat. But if you build it right, he'll be hitting replay. Now let's get real. One of the biggest reasons men lose interest is predictability. Once a man feels like he figured you out, the adventure ends. That's not your fault. That's biology. Novelty lights up the brain. So if every conversation becomes a rerun of the last one, or if your vibe turns into a checklist, what are we? Where are we going? He'll start to feel like he's being interviewed for a job he didn't apply for. You know what's powerful? Curiosity. Not pretending, not being mysterious for the sake of manipulation, but being someone who's always growing, always learning, and has a life that's full even without him. That's magnetic. A woman who has goals, passions, stories to tell, not because it's a strategy, but because it's who she is. That's someone he wants to keep discovering. Let's flip the script. Instead of wondering, how do I keep him interested? Ask, what about my life right now makes me interesting? When was the last time you did something just for yourself that had nothing to do with a relationship? People with momentum are attractive. Energy is contagious. If your world doesn't stop spinning just because a guy's orbit shifted, trust me, he'll notice. Another killer of interest. Emotional neediness disguised as connection. There's a difference between intimacy and dependency. If he feels like he's responsible for your happiness, pressure replaces pleasure. You ever open an app and it immediately wants a 5-star review before you even use it? That's what it feels like when someone expects commitment before there's real depth. So what works? Realness, humor, the kind of authenticity that doesn't beg to be liked. The kind of woman who can say, I enjoy your company, but I'm not auditioning for a role in your life. You're either in or you're not. That confidence doesn't chase, it attracts. Also, let's not forget one crucial thing: timing. Sometimes a man isn't losing interest because of something you did. Sometimes he just isn't in a place to receive love. Men process emotions differently. Some distract themselves when they feel something real. Weird, right? But it happens. So don't always take the ghosting personally. If someone walks away, your worth doesn't go with them. Want to keep him hooked? Be unpredictable in the best way. Text him a random meme. Share something insightful you just learned. Invite him into your world, not as a savior, but as a participant. Create moments that make you laugh. Build a connection based on shared experiences, not pressure, not perfection, but playfulness. Let me drop this truth bomb. It's not your job to keep him if he was never really present. Stop turning temporary attention into a lifelong mission. If you're always trying to maintain his interest, it means you're not being fully yourself. And ironically, that's exactly what makes people lose interest. Instead, focus on impact. Be someone who challenges, who teases, who uplifts, but who also walks away when she's not valued. Do you want a guy to stick around? Show him what it feels like to miss you. Not because you're playing hard to get, but because your time and energy are not given away like free samples at the grocery store. And here's the kicker. Long-term interest isn't about fireworks. It's about foundation. A guy might be drawn to you for how you look, But he stays for how you make him feel. Make him feel seen, not smothered. Make him feel inspired, not obligated. Make him laugh, think, and maybe even challenge his ideas about love and life. So next time a guy starts fading, don't panic. Don't chase. Zoom out. Ask yourself, am I living in alignment with who I truly am? Because the right person won't just be interested at the beginning. He'll be fascinated for the long run. Not because you're performing, but because you're evolving. If this hits home, drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your stories, your insights, your aha moments. Don't forget to subscribe if you want more real talk without the sugarcoating. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And hey, if you're tired of the guessing game, stick around. This channel, we play for real.